Welcome back to another Movies with Andy. Today's movie is Final Destination, Bloodlines.
Death is coming for our family.
I said, oh, 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 oh,
Final Destination 6, which is technically Final Destination Bloodlines, starts in 1960. And it starts like every other Final Destination with a very horrible accident. And with one of the characters getting a premonition and stopping the accident from happening. But you know what happens when you fuck with death. So the big premise of this movie is because of the people that are saved from this accident, now the bloodlines are suffering because these people survived. This movie was very interesting because it's the 6th movie in the franchise, but it still connects to all the other 5 films as well. So what I really liked about this film right off the bat is that they didn't question what was really happening. And they figured out the rules of death pretty early on in the film, which I really liked. This gave us the viewers more of a chance to really like each character in this film. This film really built up the family aspect in this film because it made you want to care about each character now. And I feel like with the family aspect of the film, it just made the story a lot better. With some twists and turns, of course. And of course, it's a Final Destination movie, so there's a lot of death scenes in this film. And some very gruesome ones. Also, surprisingly, a very funny film as well, and I hate to say that about a Final Destination movie. Like for example, there was one small character in the very beginning of the film, and when they died, you were kind of like, yeah, you deserved it. Which is really bad, but it was just really funny what they did. Like there was also another part that was really funny and it actually made me laugh out loud because they're planning to do something and then they're like, no, we shouldn't. We can't, right? No, we can't. Which I thought was really funny. And all the actors did an amazing job with their parts. And with each actor doing such an amazing job, it just made you care about these characters so much more. And I felt like because this movie really made me like these characters, some of their deaths were just even worse for me. Also, it was great to see Tony Todd in this movie. I believe he's the only character that's been in every single Final Destination but one, I believe. So it was really nice to see him back in these films. And that was some things that I didn't really like. You know what? I used to love the Final Destination films, especially for their practical effects. And this movie just uses CGI so much. And I know it's really hard to make some really gruesome deaths look very realistic. And I feel like if they just didn't use CGI, this movie would have been just so much better. Also, slight spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear this, just click like 15 seconds ahead. You've been warned. I feel like this one had the weakest ending of them all. Like if you've gone back to every single Final Destination movie, you kind of know how it's going to end. And this one made it just kind of shorter and just wrapped it up really quickly. Which really sucks because I really like these characters and I feel like they could have wrapped it up in a better way. So like I said, this movie is connected to the past films as well, but I just wish they would have given us a little more details of how they're connected. So now, would I go watch this movie again in the theaters? Yes, I like these characters very much and it was a very funny movie, so I would love to see it again. So let me know, are you watching Final Destination Bloodlines this weekend? And if you are watching this movie, I would love to know your rankings of the Final Destination franchise. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie reviews every week.